27 years old in a corporate job and I do not know how to spell. Okay? Because I'm from the generation where I'm in 5th grade and I had a laptop with spell check on it. That's ridiculous. So now I'm 27 years old, listening to podcasts on how to sound out words and how to spell because I don't know how. Mind you, I'm educated. I have a bachelor's and I cannot spell. Ask me how to spell any word. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And if I can't spell, I know my little sisters who are a generation behind me, they can't spell either. We're toast. Goodbye.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I wasn't gonna do this to this nigga. I had mentioned him in my news story, which you can watch. I think it's like 22 minutes long. I kind of scratched the surface, but I'm gonna do one probably about 7, 8, 9 minutes delegated to this nigga because he said this monkey ass shit. Right now, lucky for him, there's a flip side to this coin. It's not just Juelz Santana that is illiterate or pushing illiteracy or having illiteracy pushed on him. This chick actually said that she could not sound out words, right? And when she was in when she was in the 5th grade, and I did the quick math, she's 27, 5th grade, you're about 11 years old. 11, that makes 16 years ago. That was 2009. I feel old as fuck because 2009 I was 26. But yeah, she said that she could not sound or like spell words. She has to listen to a podcast and sound them out. One, even as a person that can read, if you're not familiar on how to pronounce or spell words, you should sound them out. So she at least got the gist of it down pat, right? But this actually feeds into Juelz Santana. He says that he doesn't think if it's a choice between reading and math, that kids need to learn math more than they need to learn reading. And I think in my news brief I outlined why nobody should take advice from Juelz Santana. I don't know if it's the carrying the illegal gun in the luggage in the airport accidentally, him doing a music video without teeth, then claiming he had teeth, and one of his men say he missing teeth, and then he goes on a Vlad TV interview and admits that he doesn't have fronts. I don't know what's worse, doing a music video without teeth, being a known opioid head, or saying that it's not important to learn how to read. Not only that, most rappers in the 90s and early 2000s got hell, we'll go back as far as the 80s. A lot of niggas got played out of their money because they could not read. I don't know if it was the fact that they couldn't actually read the shit or they just couldn't comprehend the contracts. But a lot of niggas got played out. And this is just word to the wise. If you don't want to get played out of your money, you might want to be able to read. That way you can at least get the gist of what the fuck they trying to pull over your head. But I am going to once again play devil's advocate for Juelz Santana, because to make millions of dollars in America, you don't have to necessarily be the sharpest knife in the drawer, the lightest bulb in the house. You just have to have a good idea, know how to go about executing said good idea, and you good, you gold. I can name a couple people that I don't believe are the smartest people, right? You got Suge Knight, and this is not in any particular order. You got Suge Knight. He made over $395 million. This nigga's in prison doing 28 years in prison for murder. And I'm not going to say he's penniless, but he's a far cry from the 1996 Suge Knight, right? The death row Suge Knight. I wouldn't ask this nigga for stock tips, right? If somebody had a gun to my head, right? I wouldn't even fucking accept a nickel for a parking meter from this nigga. He's that dumb. 50 Cent, while he's ingenious and an idiot savant, meaning he's good at his craft and he has ingenuity to get what it takes to get done, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And then you got Kanye West. Kanye West is an idiot savant. Knows how to make good music. Knows how to arrange music, structure it. Sampling is perfected. Even songwriting, when he did write songs, the dopest shit you ever heard. Well, at least one of the many dopest shit. I'm gonna slow that shit down. But the nigga's an idiot, and it pains me to say that because he's black, and I don't like to shit on black folks. But however, I'm a realist, I'm not a liar, and I got to be objective, right? And if we want to go with clear dudes, white tee guys, Elon Musk, nigga didn't invent the Tesla, right? He had a good idea with PayPal, and he amassed money and bought Tesla, right? And one might say he might be that damn smart because he tricked the state of California out of subsidy grants to the tune of $40 million since 2007 to build his warehouse or factory. So maybe he might be clever, cunning, conniving, whatever adjective, but intelligent. I see this dude on Twitter, and he's pretty fucking dumb. So yeah, like, you don't have to be like Brainiac or Lex Luthor to make millions of dollars, right? But it doesn't like hurt. You got Jeff Bezos. Now, Jeff Bezos might be a trick and probably a square green dude, only nigga in the world worth billions of dollars and married a 57-year-old, but you know, whatever. Trying to secure his legacy with no child, might I add. But yeah, like, I wouldn't listen to Juelz Santana. And then second of all, people shouldn't listen to rappers as it pertains to intellectual advice. Matter of fact, rappers should not even be considered when saying intellectual shit, right? I think we need to do it like China. People need to have credentials in the shit they speak about, because it's an overabundance of unintelligent people trying to give their motherfucker opinion, in the words of Tupac. Yeah, so the fact that this woman, and she's a white tea woman, says that she can't spell words and she's got a corporate job. This goes back into my original point in another video. I'm not getting no skyscrapers or planes probably in the next, I say about 10-15 years, because there's too many people. Like, if one has to ask, how do you actually obtain a bachelor's if you can't read or write words, or if you can't like spell them? How did you read your textbook? How did you read your test? Like, these are pertinent questions. Like, how did you actually get to the point of actually completion of said college curriculum if you can't read, or you have to sound words out, you don't know how to spell them? Like, how'd you read the SATs? How'd you even get out of high school? Like, and the fact that she's a white woman, it doesn't make it any better. It almost reinforces the whole white privilege thing, because someone had to know that you was illiterate and they still passed you. And yeah, that goes into my argument about DEI. DEI helps white women 70% of the time. So now we see how and why everybody try to make it seem like black folks is getting a leg up. Most black people I know that have important jobs, corporate jobs, they know how to read. Hell, I know people that got black folks that work restaurant jobs, mech jobs. They know how to read. I know Mexicans that can't speak English can read it. So, yeah, this is speaking to a bigger issue in America. I don't know if it's the illiteracy rate in America. It's speaking to the white privilege in America. If it's speaking to white women privilege, I don't know what it's doing. What I do know is, she making y'all look bad, because she could have kept this shit to herself and kept it going. But the fact that she actually is exposed the school system wherever she's from, that's not really like helping clear people's case that they don't get a leg up. When you clearly have a white woman right here saying she's got a corporate job, and them shits don't pay no $40,000 a year. Well, not good ones anyways. So at the very least, if she's out here making $72,000, she's making above average salary and can't fucking really read. I'm just let that marinate, let that sink in. She's making 70 grand or at least 65 and can't readily read. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe. I gave y'all an episode where I badmouth both ends of the spectrum, the clear people and a black person. So it's not, this is objective. So don't be in my comment section on no racist shit. I think I did a good job of actually outlining and stating my case using both sides of the spectrum of the coin, or both sides of the coin. In any event, I'm out.